Hey everybody, it's George Tromby with Japanese from Zero, and today on Hitokoto, which by the way means one thing, we just have one thing we're going to talk about. It's going to be HODO. And along with me will be our trusty assistant,
Kaori desu.
who will help us with our Japanese tweets that show us how we can use HODO naturally and not just in textbook sentences that we've made up to help you learn what it is. Although those are a very important aspect, it is much more important to know how Japanese people actually use it. And that's what we'll be doing midway through. But first, let's go through some of the common usages. There's 4 of them we're going to talk about today. The first one being number plus HODO. E HODO bi will be the second. Third is e HODO wa nai, which is always used with a nai or a negative verb. And then we're going to be using something. Ba is an if form, like a ikeba, nakereba, that kind of a form, plus something plus HODO. Let's get to the very first one, which is the easiest one. It's just number plus HODO, and it means about this much or about around this much, okay, or so. It makes a certain number not certain. It makes it more fuzzy. So you could say that my work is ending in 30 minutes exactly, or you could say this.
30分ほどで仕事が終わります。
Okay, so we can see that the HODO makes 30分 less accurate. It's a guesstimate. Okay, we don't exactly know, but it's about 30 minutes. じゃあ次。
5日ほど東京にいました。
Now you would think you would know how many days you were in Tokyo, but maybe it's been a year and you forgot, and you're trying to tell your friend that, oh, about 10 years ago, I was in Tokyo for around 5 days. That would be 5日ほど. You could say ぐらい. All of these are just like ぐらい. You could say 30分ぐらいで仕事が終わります. Or 5日ぐらい東京にいました. Okay, both of them are the exact same thing pretty much. All right, next one.
2杯ほどコーヒーを飲みました。
Okay, so about 2 cups. I mean, if you drink 2 cups, you probably knew you drank 2 cups, but maybe this should be like 5杯, right? I drank about 5 cups of coffee. All right. I think one's enough most of the time. じゃあ let's look at some tweets that show how this particular version is used in everyday life. We're going to read up to ここまで. I want to point out, guys, this is one sentence. These 4 lines are one sentence. どうぞ。
引っ越しして以前の部屋より4畳ほど部屋が狭くなって置けない本、グッズが多く出てしまい仕方なくグッズは収納して漫画は不況物としてリビングに200冊ほど置いています。
Let's unwrap that. So we've got 引っ越す, which means to move. This means not to like move your body, but to move your house, to make a move in your life, like to another city or another apartment. So 引っ越して以前の部屋, 以前 means prior, 部屋 means room, より means more than. But normally you have to know what's following that because this より makes the following adjective. You add an ER to it. So for example, if it was yori something oki or just plain yori oki, it would mean bigger. Yori chisai means smaller. But here, it doesn't come until a little bit later. We're looking for, that's a little bit thing before that. Sorry about that. So let's just break this one down first. Yonjo hodo. Yonjo hodo. So jo is a 1 tatami mat. So Japanese rooms are measured in tatami mats. You have ichijo is a 1 mat. And then there's 2 mats together becomes a tsubo. I think I have a graphic here to show us. Okay. So typically if you rent an apartment in Japan, you'll see layouts like this listed on the apartment or on the house layout. It'll show each room. So this is called a これなんて読む?
4.5 畳.
4.5 畳. 10 is how you say decimal point in Japanese. So 4.5 畳means 4.5 mats. And it's normally in this particular arrangement where the half mat's in the middle. Then, if you've got, this is a very standard room. It's
6畳.
6畳, 6 tatami mats. And this is in the apartment that I lived in Japan. I had 2 rooms, 2間, 6畳2間でした. Right?
そういうふうに言いますね。
Yeah, you say 6 mats, 2 rooms, okay? That doesn't mean that there was only 6 mats for the total. It means each room had 6 mats, okay? Now, when you get into a housing size, they often talk about tsubo. So, for example, this is 8 jo, okay? It's 8 8jo だけど, but it's actually 4 4tsubo.
4坪.
4tsubo. I got confused. I wondered if I had to say yotsubo 4つ like
4坪だね。
なんか4坪だよね。Because when you say time, you say 4時. And if you say like a day of the week, it becomes 4日. So my brain was not auto-completing that correctly. But 4坪. So something like this would be, now normally you would say 8畳 for this, but let's say you had a big house. You could say, my house is 50坪. It's 50 tsubo, okay? And I don't remember the exact measurement, but it's like 9, what is it? I think this is like 9 meters squared. I don't know. But look it up online because the Koreans also use this type of system. They don't use jo, but they use tsubo the same way.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on. That's what we're talking about. So, 引っ越して以前の部屋より I moved and the room more than the prior room about 4 mats. What about it? 部屋が狭くなって my room got more cramped by about 4 tatami mats compared to my other room, my prior room. 置けない oku means to place. 置けない本グッズが多く出てしまい a lot of books and goods, many of them came out that I couldn't place anywhere. So he's using okenai in front of book to say books that can't be placed, but also because there's a comma, it's also attached to the goods. So it's like an and. Okenai hon, goods ga oku, dete shimai. When we have te shimau, deru means to come out. Te shimau means in the end, after all of the moving, in the end, I ended up with books and goods that I couldn't place anywhere. Okay? Shikatanaku. Shikatanai means it's hopeless or there was no choice. And when you have an E form ending, whether it be ikitai, ikenai, ikanai, or even an E adjective, any verb ending in an E or any adjective ending in an E, you can drop the E at the end and put a ku there, and it becomes an adverb for the verb. Okay, a simple example of that would be hayai means fast. Hayaku shimashita. I did it fast. So I'm modifying shimashita with hayaku. So here he's saying shikatanaku, I hopelessly gutsu wa shuno means to store somewhere. You'll often hear when you rent an apartment, this is going to be a series about, we're talking about apartment rentals, right, with all of the ichijo, nijo stuff, but they'll say shuno space ga oi. There's a lot of storage space. So shuno space. So goods wa shuno shite. So without any choice, I stored the goods. Manga wa, the manga, we all know manga for you new people. Okay. Now this word I had never seen before, and I tried to look up fukyobutsu altogether, but I couldn't find it. And then I started breaking it up, and I finally was able to find it. So fukyo means like he's evangelizing. So it's a thing that helps him evangelize. I don't know what he means by that. I don't think you know what he means by that, because we don't know who he is. Mangaを布教するのか。
自分の好きな漫画を広めるため。
In order to spread the type of manga that he likes. There we go. So toshite. So toshite I didn't explain down here in the in our squares that pop up, but it means as. Okay, in the form of or as evangelizing materials. The manga will be we have to read the whole thing. So living ni 200 satsu hodo bonus because we have 2 hodo in the same sentence. Oite imasu. I have oite imasu, te imasu is ongoing present tense form, which means it is in a state of that. He has placed them and they are there. So he has put about 200 satsu, which is the counter for books. Okay, 200 satsu o living. Living, again, we are renting an apartment, right? Does it have living room? Yes, living. LDK is living, dining, kitchen. If you're renting an apartment in Japan, you're gonna have to know these tatami words. You're gonna have to know LDK, what living is, and dining and kitchen. LDK means that, all of that, and you have to know what these tatami mats are. But so in the living room, in order to spread the manga that he enjoys, he has 200 out there. It was hopeless. He had no other space to do it. All right, and then we will skip the rest and move on. I think we should be able to skip the rest. Here we go. All right, so 1 down, 3 more to go. Sorry if it's too long for you guys. Some of you guys say it's too long. All right. So now we have A HODO B. This is going to be always a positive sentence following. I want you to remember that because next we're going to have one that is negative. Okay? So 読んでいただけますか?
涙が出るほど嬉しかった。
So this is a degree. How much of something happened to create something, right? So 涙が出るほど. So much that I cried. What about it? 嬉しかった. I was happy. I was so happy that I cried. Okay? Now we could have said 泣く for cry, but 涙が出る a little bit more poetic. 涙が出る, tears flowed out. Okay? Tears came out. Okay? Next one.
この服はびっくりするほど安かった。
How cheap were the clothing? How cheap were they? They were so cheap. They were so cheap that びっくりする. I was surprised. These clothing were cheap. See that? この服は安かった. How cheap were they? びっくりするほど安かった. We are directly changing the type of happiness and the type of cheapness. Okay? Moving on.
お腹が破裂するほど食べた。
Now, this one is very, very different from these. These, it actually happened. This one, they cried. Like, they definitely cried. So happy that tears came out, okay? This one, man, they were just so surprised how cheap they were. Those are actual things. This didn't really happen. This is like a metaphor, right? Like, this didn't really happen. お腹が破裂するわけないじゃん. There's no way that your stomach's going to explode by eating, unless you're an American. Okay? So, I ate so much as if my stomach would burst, okay? So much that my stomach could burst. So that's what's happening here. So the main point, the main takeaway being, you can use it to say things that did happen or won't happen, okay? Both. はい、じゃあ行きましょう. Now this next one, before we get to this next one, we're going to, based on the tweet that I find, I go ahead and sometimes do backstory. And there's a little bit of a backstory in this one, so let's go ahead and look at it. This is a group called Keazaki Zaka, which I never heard of before. Neither did you.
初めてです。
So 初めて. I never knew about it, but they're an idol group, and they're actually a subgroup of a bigger group. So just like many big groups will have subgroups, like AKB48 had a subgroup. Well, I don't remember the parent group. Those of you that do are very excited that I'm talking about it, and you could post it in the comment. But so Keazaki Zaka came up in this next tweet, and if you want to look at their Twitter, you can see it right here. And this is their official logo, but they're all fairly cute, I would say. 意外と可愛いですよね。
可愛いですね。若い。
But we're not going to talk about the entire group. There's just one particular girl that came up in a tweet, and I started researching who she was, and I kind of went down this rabbit hole. This is her. Her name is Nagahama Neru. Never saw this Nagahama name before. 見たことあるこの名前。
長浜はあります。ね、ネルは初めて。
ネルは初めて。
若い子の名前だ。
Yeah, it's a very young name, like sleep or need something, like kneading bread. I don't know, but Neru.
可愛いけど響き。
She's super cute, yeah. So Nagahama Neru is her name, and her 誕生日 is
1998年9月4日。
All right, happy birthday last month, happy birthday. And she joined the group. グループの加入 means to join. 加入の日は
2015年11月29日。
I want you to notice that Japanese dates are always year, month, day. Always. If you do it any other way, they're going to be confused. They don't do the day, month, year like Europe, and the dumb one, America, where they do month, day, year makes no sense anywhere. Why would we do that anywhere? That's dumb. Year, month, day is the best. All right. Now here's the sad thing. When I was researching this, これ調べてた時に思わず涙出てしまいました。涙出てしまいました。I ended up crying because グループの卒業の日まで載ってました。I was so excited when I started learning about her that she joined the group, and I went and I was watching like when she joined, and I was like, oh, this is so cool. And then I found out she already graduated. So this is what idols do. They graduate. They 卒業する. Okay, so now we know who we're talking about. Let's look at the tweet that talks about her. And first I thought, 最初はね、本人だと思ったんですよ。本人。
アイコンも
Yeah, I
ネル
thought
ちゃ
it
んで
was
す
her
ね
at first, and even with what is being said, I thought it was her. Okay, now I want to show here, the date is July 30th for this tweet. Now normally we don't show the date of the tweet, but it's important to note that she graduated on the 31st. So this is the day before graduation that this was posted. It might even be the day of the graduation because this is America time.
あ、 そう
It
です
might
ね
have been the day. And plus, because it's 6:19 a.m., I imagine it's actually the 31st in
過
Japan.
去形だからそんな感じですね。
はい。Okay, so let's go ahead and じゃあこれを最初から最後まで読んでください。
はい。善悪でも泣いて、小悪でも泣いて、最後も号泣して、こんなに泣けるほど本気で応援できる人に出会えてよかったです。幸せになってください。
All right. So now this first word I never saw before, and I was very confused. And then I saw this one, and I thought, what's zenaku and konaku or koaku? Sorry, zenaku, koaku. What is that? Well, akshu means handshake. Idol groups do what are called. I don't know if I have this as the next word. Oh, sorry. We'll talk about that in a second. Akshu, they do akshukai.
握手会。
They do handshaking meetups with their fan club. So you get in a line, they check your hand, and then you shake their hand, and you move down the group, and you just shake everyone's hand, okay? So, zen-aku, first of all, I want to point out, don't say akushu. If you lengthen it, it's a bad smell.
やばいです、ね。
これは日本語の重要な部分ですね。In Japanese, remember, lengthening something when it shouldn't be lengthened sometimes is a problem. Sometimes it just means you're saying it wrong. But in this case, if you lengthen it, like I might accidentally do while we're talking about it, it doesn't mean handshake, it ends up meaning a bad smell. Okay? So we have akshu to mean handshake, and so they have these handshake sessions, and the first zen I thought meant zein.
私もそう思い
That's
ま
what
し
I
た。
thought. But I went and I researched and I looked at actual tickets that people were purchasing, and it says Zenkoku Akushukai. Okay? So, which is weird because Kobetsu, which is what this is from, what they've done is they've taken the first character of two of the words and they just shortened it, right? So, Kobetsu means individual. So, initially what I thought was Zein, everybody, okay? Everybody in the group you get to meet. And then Kobetsu was individual members. But actually what I think is happening is that they go all over the country to see people, or they meet you individually. You get to meet all of them in a room and you handshake. It's like a lot more money for this one. That's what I think, but I've never done it.
だって全国と個別だとちょっと
別でしょ？
話が違うもんね。
Right. Now, I might be wrong. Remember, if I'm ever wrong, if you find that I've made a mistake, please help everybody that's watching the video and put it down below, and I will heart it and we'll address it. It's very possible this could be zein, to meaning all member, and then kobutsu, individual. But I'm not exactly sure. From what I looked at, it looks like it was countrywide. But that's not important because we're talking about HODO today, and we're only focusing on HODO. So let's move on. Okay? So, zen aku demo naite. I cried at the all of them handshake meeting, or the all country. We don't know which one it is. We're not exactly sure. But he cried there. And his name is Shuhei. I'm guessing it's a boy. And koaku, kobetsu akushu kai. And even at the individual handshake, I also cried. And saigo mo, and in the end, I also gokyu. So gokyu suru is to cry your eyes out. Just like, so could you imagine this guy Shuhei just crying?
すごいね。
Okay.
大好きなんだね。
He really does like her. I mean, she's super cute. I get it.
かわいい。
I'm in love already myself. はい。
もうやめちゃったんですよ。
もう号泣するほどじゃないんだけどね。Yeah, you know that no, I was going to say erobon, but it wasn't an erobon. It wasn't an erobon. It was, the word first came out wrong. Look that up, guys. Erobon, look it up.
写真集。
写真集2万部売れましたね。
そんなに人気あるんだ。
She sold 20,000 of her photo book.
初めて見ました。
Yeah, but we don't even know who she is, right? All right. So, こんなに so much 泣けるほど that I could cry. So much, how much that I could cry. 本気で応援できる人に出会えてよかった。So it's like 本気で meaning seriously, okay? 応援する means to support. So, idols will ask you to 応援してください. Please support us. It also means cheer us on. Okay? It has kind of a double meaning because 応援 also kind of means buy our stuff, right? That's one way you can support them is by buying their stuff, okay? And
CD とかね。
so there's even like what is it? 応援部? No, I'm thinking 横断部? What is it?
応援団?
応援団. I knew there was a dan in there somewhere. 応援団 is like a cheer group at like, what do they do? They're like, banzai. Banzai. Like they're like,
そうね。 ちょっとアメリカのチアリーディングとは違う感じで、応援団、男の人が多いし応援団は。
そう、なんか叫びながらこう、いやあれ頑張れみたいな。
そうそう。
So that's 応援団。
太鼓とか叩いたりする。
団 meaning group, a cheer group, but support group is also accurate. But for idols, when they say 応援してください, it's kind of 勝ってください. It's kind of like that. But anyway, 本気で応援できる人, people who can seriously support, with them, come on baby, day out to encounter. He was able to meet them because we put it into the potential form. に出会えてよかった. てよかった means happy that I or glad that I. Okay? I think we might have some here. Okay, so てよかった. Let's just look at some examples.
日本語を勉強してよかったです。
I'm glad that I studied Japanese. Maybe you made a beautiful girlfriend and then you married her and had 3 children. Oh.
3人もいない子供。
You don't have any kids though, and you didn't marry a beautiful girlfriend. You are the beautiful girlfriend, is that what you're saying?
でも日本語喋れないから私の旦那。
あなたの旦那が勉強してないし。
全く喋れない。
Her husband didn't even study Japanese, but I
でも
did.
喋れればチャンスは増えると思います。
そうだね。So there's definitely a time where you might want to say something good happens to you because you speak Japanese. 日本語を勉強してよかったです. I'm glad that I studied Japanese. Next one.
今日時間があってよかったです。
So for example, I said to Kaori, hey, do you have time today? She's like, yeah. She comes over and we record, and it was a really good recording. I could say, yeah, 今日時間があってよかったです. I'm glad that you had time today, right? It could mean also that I am glad that I had time today. We don't know because no one is stated in here. Japanese is neutral unless you put in the pronoun. Without the pronoun, you have to assume what the topic was based on the discussion. So if I say to you, thank you for coming today. 時間があってよかったですね. I'm so glad. It's great that you had time today, okay? じゃあ次。
台風の時、日本にいなくてよかったです。
この前、かおりさんが日本に行こうとしましたよね。
してました。今日本にいるはず。
Yeah, she should be in Japan. She should be in Japan right now, but I'm glad that you didn't go. 行かなくてよかった。行かなくてよかった。I'm glad that you didn't go. Why? Because we could do this, right?
そうね。
But what does this mean? This is 台風の時、日本にいなくてよかったです。Did you read that or was that me the first time reading it?
私読みました。
読んだ？
はい。
So 台風の時、during the time of the typhoon, 日本にいなくてよかったです。I'm glad you weren't in Japan or I'm glad I wasn't in Japan, depending on the topic, right? So I could say that to Kaori. 台風の時、日本にいなくてよかったですね。
Right? よかった。危なかったです。
危なかったよね。So by the way, I want to point out one thing that you might not know. A typhoon is the exact same thing as a hurricane. It's just in a different part of the world. A lot of people don't know that. Some people think it's a different variation of a storm. It's not. They're hurricanes. The difference between Japan and America, for example, is that if we have a serious storm, we name it. Like, it'll be like Hurricane Emily, Hurricane Jeffrey. In Japan, they number them. So it'd be Taifu 1号, 2号, 3号. And I think the one that came the other day was 19号.
でも名前もついてた。あれはアメリカがつけたのかな。
あれね、フィリピン。
ハジビっていう名前。
見た。
ハギビ、ハジビ。
なんかフィリピンのサイトで見て分かったから、多分私の中ではフィリピン
日本で
が名
はずっと
付けたんじゃないかな。
19号って言ってて、でもなんか違うところで見るとハジビって呼んでる人もいました。
なぜならアメリカとかのニュースでは19号っていう名前じゃなくて名前が欲しいわけよ。
確かに。
Yeah, we like to have a name, and I think the Philippines also has names. And I don't know if it was anything to do with the Philippines, but I saw the coverage on a Filipino website, and I thought maybe they put the name because we would never name it. What was it? Haji Biji or something. We would never name it that in America.
どこから来た名前だろうって思って。
いつも思いっきり白人の名前だよね。
そうなんか。
Hurricanes are always white names.
なんだっけ、サンディとかで。
Yeah, Sandy, Katrina. It's always a super white name.
わかりやすい名前。
But so that name was definitely some other country named it.
びっくりした。
Anyway, in Japan it was number 19, and it was quite a few people died. It wasn't a happy one for sure. Roads got taken down, and I saw one picture with like 8 of the bullet train lines were just like covered in water.
洪水がすごかったみたいで、今も大変みたいです。
洪水, flooding, very good word. Okay, back to the tweet. Okay, 幸せになってください. Please be happy. Even though なる means become, it's weird to translate it here as become happy. It means be happy. Okay. はい. Next. Oh, yeah. Let's just say 頑張れねるちゃん.
ハートついてます。
If you want to support Neru-chan, if you want to 応援 her, I don't know if this is her official.
いや、そうじゃないですか。
It's
ネ
not.
ル
これ
長崎
ずっと投稿してないから、
ファン。
違う、ファンじゃなくてこれは出版会社だと思
あ
う。なぜなら、そこに書いてあることは全部
写真集
のこと。So the only thing ever discussed on this particular Twitter is about her photo book. So I don't know where her official is. She might not have one, but please find her and tell her, 頑張れ. I think she's probably, I don't know what she's doing. Oh,
ソロ
she's
活
doing
動するんじゃないですか。
She's on the radio.
グループ抜けて。
Yeah, she's on like the radio and she does TV shows still, so you probably get to see her. Okay, too much about her. Move on to the next one.
大好き。
She was just cute. So, okay, so now in the last one we were saying positive at the end. Now we're saying HODO bi wa nai. Okay, so as blah blah. You'll see what I mean in a second. Okay, so here we go.
美穂さんほど優しい人はいない。
Okay, there isn't anyone as kind as Miho, as something as Miho. So Miho-san hodo. She is a noun, and we're saying this as much as Miho. There are no kind people. We're literally saying there are no kind people, but if you reverse it, it makes sense. There are no kind people as much as Miho. No one is as kind as Miho.
君と別れた日ほど悲しかった日はない。
Kimi to wakareta hi. The day, what day are we talking about? The day that we broke up. Kimi to, with you. Okay? Hodo. As much as that day, kanashikatta hi wa nai. There's no day that was as sad. Okay? Very sad. All right. I think we also could have said kanashii hi ga nai without making it kanashikatta. There are no days as sad as the day that I broke up with you. Okay? はい。
すいません。朝早くちょっとつまずすごい共感できるなって思って。
She understands this one.
朝早く起きることほど辛いことはない。
Okay. So, 辛いことはない means there's nothing rough as 朝早く起きること. I saw in a YouTube comment today, someone was watching a video where I said, this is how you nominalize the verb. And this is a way to do it. Okiru koto means waking up. It is now a noun that we could talk about it. And what about it? There's nothing as rough as, right? But they thought that it was no that makes, like for okiru no means also waking up. There are more than one ways to make a verb into a noun. And I just wanted to point that out. This is one of the ways in this particular one is being used here. You would not say okiru no hodo. You would not say that. Okiru koto hodo, or even okiru hodo could be a thing, but we're not doing that here. We're just using koto because we're using it as a noun, okay? Because if we had said okiru hodo means that now it's as much as waking up, but not as a noun more, it's more as the verb. Don't think too hard about it. We're only talking about hodo. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to jump into a whole different thing. But just remember that when you have koto after a plain form of the verb, the u form of the verb, it means that the verb has been nominalized and you could talk about okiru koto ga muzukashii. Waking up is difficult. We could also say okiru no ga muzukashii. Also means waking up is difficult. Same exact thing. One is a little bit more stiff, one is a little bit more spoken. All right, now let's move on and let's see how people are using this in tweets.
秘宝、今ほど過去に戻りたいと思ったことはない。
So I'm not laughing at her because I actually really respect this woman and what she's doing. But let's go ahead and look at her tweet. Okay, so we have hiho. Now this is sad news that it could also mean a death notice. I'm pretty sure she's not saying a death notice. She's probably sad about her hair, right? This picture, look at her eye. She's definitely a little bit dubious about this haircut. So ima means now. Ima hodo, as much as now. Kakko ni, to the past. Modoritai. Modoru means to return. You would not probably use kaeru here to return. You would use modoru. Okay, two versions of return. One is to return home, kaeru, and modoru is to return back to a prior point that you were at. Okay, so modoru is more appropriate here. So ima hodo kakko ni modoritai to omotta koto wa nai. Omo means to think. I've never thought about wanting to return to the past as much as I am now. As much as now. Okay. Now, I want you guys all to remember that these tweets are not made by me They're made by a real human being. And I want to show you this particular person. She is actually in, where is she? She's in Kenya right now, okay? She's in Kenya, and I don't know if she owns the company. I know that she represents the company, this company, Raha Kenya, and she either makes or helps appropriate these these fabrics and cloth for her company or the company that she works for. So just thank her. If you see her, maybe find her store and buy some of her goods if you're inclined to that sort. I love this style.
かわいいですね。
I bought a backpack like this once before. I love this style. All right, so let's not forget that these are real people. ありがとうございました。じゃあ、last but not least, we have something ba HODO, and it means the more something, the more something. You're going to like this one. Everyone that stayed until the end, domo. Thank you. Here we go.
漢字は書けば書くほど覚えられる。
Now, this key one is you say the verb twice, okay? So the more you write kanji, the more you can remember. So it's kakeba if you write it as much as you write it. It makes no sense if you logically try to put it together. So just remember that it's eba or ba something HODO something HODO, okay? So kanji wa kaku hodo kakeba. I'm sorry. I reversed it. Kakeba kaku hodo oboerareru. You can remember it the more that you write it, okay? Next one.
電気代は安ければ安いほど助かる。
Again, we're repeating, right? If it's cheap, the cheaper it is, it helps, right? So, 電気代が安ければ, you could have just said, 安ければ助かる. You could have just said, 漢字書けば覚えられる. If you write kanji, you will remember it. If the electricity is cheap, it'll help. But we're not trying to say that. We're just trying to say the cheaper it is, the more you write it, it is better. Okay?
魚は新鮮であれば新鮮なほど美味しい。
Now I want to point out, we have up here a verb, we have here an e adjective, and down here we have a not adjective. So all of them are being used. 魚は自然であれば, notice here we could take the e off and just make ければ, 安ければ, but for not adjectives, you have to say であれば, okay? 新鮮であれば, 新鮮なほど, the na must also be there. 美味しい. It's more delicious the fresher the fish are. Whew! Okay, one final tweet. Here we go. This one's an interesting one. ちょっと面白い。ちょっと読んでいただけますか？
はい。ちょっとした手相講座96。頼りになる人の線。親指付け根あたりに出る横線です。人情味があり、周囲の人を引っ張っていける人です。数が多ければ多いほど意味は強いです。
これ左手右手関係ないかな？
この写真の感じだと、絵の感じだと左手っぽいですね。
あ、でもね、こうでしょ？あれ？
こっちですよ。うん。
Perfect. I am good. Okay.
私もいっぱいある。
All right, here we go. So, 手相 is palm reading. Okay? 手相 is palm reading. And 講座 is like a little course on it, right? So he's doing a little, ちょっとした、手相講座 number 96. This guy is dedicated.
すごいですね。
He's done a lot of teaching. So 頼りになる人 is a reliable person. We're directly modifying 人. What kind of person is it? 頼りになる人. Someone that can be relied upon. の線. We're not only doing a modification here. We're literally modifying everything here. What kind of line is it? It's a person's line. What kind of person's line is it? A person that you can rely on. So a line, the line in your hand that you can, that for people you can rely on, okay? Here we go. Oh, there it was, sen, sorry. So, 親指, 親指, 人差し指, fuck指. All right, moving on.
中指.
中指. This is, wait, don't tell me. 結婚指?
薬指.
薬指. Oh, I always get
この指でね、薬を取る。
Yeah.
薬を取る。
Okay, and then the 小指.
小指。
Okay, I always mix that one up. Because, no, the wedding
これだ
ring
け
goes where?
変わってる指なんだもんね。結婚指。結婚指これですよ。
だから結婚指だと思っちゃった。
でもほら、右手は結婚指じゃないから。
あ、本当だ。
薬指です。
私はずいぶん前に指輪なくしちゃったので。I lost my ring like 24 years ago. あれから全然。Alright, anyway, moving on. So, 親指、親指、付け根 is the base or the root, okay, of your 親指, right? And あたり, which means the area around. So, right around from here に出る横線, the lines that go from the base of your thumb over across, okay? That's what 横線 is. It's a horizontal line. A 縦線 would be a vertical line, but this is a 横線. That's what the 頼りになる人の線 is, okay? And, here we go. 人情味, how do you say that?
人情味。
人情味. I've never heard this word before. I know like 義理と人情,
そうそうそう。
which is like a Yakuza thing. It's like obligation and friendship, right?
そうね、kindness かな。
Right. So kindness があり. So they have kindness. Again, we talked before about how you can continue a statement. This is a continuing statement using the E form of the verb. 人情味があり having kindness 周囲の人を引っ張っていける人です. It's a person that can, what kind of people can he pull? Sorry, I went too far. He can pull the people around him. He can gather the people. He collects people. People gravitate towards him. Okay? 数が多ければ多いほど. Finally, we get to the grammar. 多ければ多いほど. Notice that we are using 多い here twice. If it is many, as many as you can get, 意味が強い. It's a strong meaning. Okay? So 数 meaning the amount of lines, by the way, the amount of lines. Not the amount of people around him, but the amount of lines. Okay? Phew, that is it. This is the guy. Remember, it is a real person. This is Takafumi-san. And Takafumi, it says right here, Takasumi Teso ga mireru biyoshi. So he's a stylist that can see, that can read, mireru. Even though mireru means to be able to see, it means read. In this case, in English, we say read. He can read palms. 心理学勉強中. Studying psychology. 出会えてよかったと思われる日本一の美容師になる. I will become the number one stylist that you think, oh man, I'm glad I met him. And hopefully you can say hi to him. Very cute looking guy right here at Happy Takafumi. Thank you. And guys, remember, we do have Japanese books. We have Japanese books 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5 getting ready to come out pretty soon. Definitely before the end of the year. Look forward to that. I'll see you all on the next Japanese from Zero. ありがとうございました.
ありがとうございました。
Bye bye. Please comment down below. Let us know that you're enjoying this format. Oh, you guys are still here? Oh, there's a video up here that I think YouTube has chosen for you that you definitely should trust the algorithm on. And but if you don't trust the algorithm because computers, just this one's good. But also right here, you can click the subscribe button and help my dream come true of becoming a billionaire. Thank you. Billionaire?
Can you be?
No.
With YouTube?
No. Bye-bye.